Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome back to the video. I hope you and your family had a fantastic Christmas, and I hope you have a happy new year in 2026. It is a frigid, cold day in early January here in Ohio, and I got some sweet things in for Christmas from Santa, one of them being some Oracle pre-runner grill lights. So today I'm going to install the Oracle lights that I got for Christmas, that I gave you a quick sneak preview of what landed in my stocking. Santa came a little bit early on that one, but I'm going to be installing them on this Gladiator. They were on my old Gladiator and I really liked them. The quality was awesome. So I'm going to be installing the exact same ones from Oracle Lighting onto this guy. And the install itself should be pretty quick and easy. It might take me a couple days as we're in the current newborn trenches, as we're taking care of our newborn son that arrives right after Christmas. And so if you see a couple different days in this video, that doesn't mean it's going to take you that long. It's just taking me that long to get into the garage to find some time to get them hooked up. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and get the video started. So first things first, if we're installing these, I'm doing it in the garage. Also, first time going into the garage with my box on, and that is some tight clearance right there. All right, so specifically, these are the lights that I got from Oracle Lighting. They're the Oracle Lighting Pre-Runner Grill Kit. You can get them in the smoked lens or just no smoked lens, and they pop bright orange regardless of them being smoked or not. I just like the smoked look with the black and green. So that's what we're installing today. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're basically gonna install our grill marker lights into 3 of the 7 slots, and then we'll run the wiring across the top and over to the passenger side fender. We'll have to peel back some of the liner to tie into the day running light on that passenger side. You could probably do passenger or driver, doesn't matter, but on my last Jeep I'd done it to passenger, so that's what we're gonna do today. The first step in taking off the grill, you're gonna be taking off these plastic fasteners all the way across the top. Then once you get all those fasteners off, you'll be able to just pull this forward and it should come right off. And you want to find a spot on the ground with a blanket or something to put it down as you work on installing those lights. So once you got the top ones off, there are some clips at the bottom that need to come out this way. So all you do is you just pull on the grill forward and that should release the entire grill. With it being pretty cold and it's probably frozen in some spots, I'm gonna be pretty careful and gentle to pull this out. So just like that, with those bottom pieces off, you can go ahead and lift this and take it over to your moving blanket. We're gonna be zip tying our marker lights to these 3 spots. And that is basically the way it looks like when it's advertised on the box, as you can see here. So that's the look we're going for. We're gonna zip tie them backwards with the wires feeding towards us, so that way they're obviously shining outwards. All right. And so here is our wiring harness, which is really nice. They have 3 plugs to them, so we won't need that just yet. So we'll go ahead and put this aside. They give us some T-taps to go into your day running lights, and then the zip ties we just talked about. So we'll leave the T-taps aside and we'll go ahead and get the zip ties out. All right, so with zip ties here, I'll lay them down, and then we'll go ahead and individually unwrap each light. Alrighty, so on the grill, I like specifically mounting them this way as opposed to this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip the grill and we're gonna zip tie them to the front so we can see what they look like. With the grill like this, the Jeep that I had before that had these lights installed, the lights basically were positioned in the 3 spots and they were basically zip tied right here. So I think I'm going to repeat the same thing and go ahead and get those zip tied in. And just like that, you got all 3 lined up. So we've got it set up here. Let's go ahead and flip it to the back so we can start playing with that wiring and get it tucked up neatly behind the grill. All right, so for the wiring that you get from Oracle, you have these 2-pin connectors that basically connect into the 2 pins straight from the lights, and they all come together and merge in a 3-pin harness that they've already created for you that then turns into a black and red lead. Where is it? Which then turns into a black and red lead. This is what you're gonna tie into your specific day running light that you run to, and I'm gonna be running mine to the passenger side. So as you can see, it's pretty simple, plug and play with those 2-pin connectors. One thing I did not mention is that these 3 wires coming out of the harness here all vary in length. There's a short, medium, and long. And so depending on which side you're tying into for your day running light, you obviously want to pair the long wire with the light that's furthest away. So for us, since we're doing the passenger side, I ran the long wire to the driver's side light, and then the shortest wire I paired to the passenger side light. All right, welcome back to day 2 of putting in our grill marker lights from Oracle Lighting. And so we're gonna be just basically jumping right back in, getting this grill mounted back up once our wiring is set, and then hopefully getting those things tied into that passenger day running light. All right, so we left off with basically getting these all hooked up. We're gonna run this off to the passenger side of the Jeep so that we can hook it into that day running light. And if you're wondering specifically, what are we hooking into the day running light? It is literally a positive and a negative lead. So it's pretty simple. You just tap these in with the T-taps that they gave you, or you can wire them directly in with a butt connector or solder them in to the actual wiring that exists for that day running light. I'm gonna use the butt connector method, but let's go ahead and get this thing mounted and figured out how we're gonna run it, zip tie it up, and then get these things connected. So as you can see, it's pretty clean looking up top. So what we're gonna do now is focus on this little bit here and wiring it around the left or passenger side headlight assembly area. And so we're gonna run that around the edge up the top, and then we'll leave it loose and hanging so that we can connect it in and then tidy that up afterwards. All right, so we basically have the grill pretty much prepped and ready to go. The wiring looks real good from up front. Let's go ahead and get a soft fit on here. All right, so as you can see back here, our wiring looks pretty tidy and clean. It runs up across the top and down around that headlight assembly, and then it's just free flowing right there. So we're gonna have to snake that wiring through into the fender, which we'll probably do right there around that black area. And then we'll swing over to the actual fender liner itself, and it will come up onto the day running light right here. So you might not have to pull the whole thing off, but we'll definitely have to pull this front bit off of the fender liner. So when you're looking at the inner fender liner here, there's an 11mm bolt that's holding that in, and then you have these plastic rivets that you may have to pop off just to get access to this front area. And so now with that out, you can see this thing peels back and you have perfect access to the wiring that you need, which is right there. All right, folks, so in here, you can see that we've opened up a little bit of the wiring tape on the harness that goes to your day running light. They specifically tell you to use the white and brown wire to connect your power to, so that red wire from your grill marker light will go to this wire, and then they tell you to run it to the battery. I prefer to run it to the ground wire right here, which is this black wire. And so we're just gonna run both the red and black to right here. We're gonna splice them in. You can use the T-taps provided, or I'm going to butt connect them in just so that it's a little bit more waterproof, seeing that this is underneath the tire and there's a lot of moisture that will get up into this general area. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll show you after the fact, just because this is a small enclosed space. But like I said, black wire to black wire, red wire to the white wire with a brown stripe. All right, quick update. I ran to the store. I had to get some butt connectors because the T-taps that I had been using Probably could have been on me, but they didn't really connect that well, and I wasn't getting power to the lights. So I just decided, I'm gonna get the butt connectors, we'll cut the wires, it'll be more waterproof anyway. And so ran to the store and we're back. And it's cold and getting dark, so I got some coffee. But let's get back into it. So I got the wiring done inside the fender line. Appreciate you tuning in so late in terms of the day. My lighting situation in the garage has gone down, but it is cold outside and the light outside is also going away. So I'm stuck in here for now, but we're wrapping up. I did do a quick test. They are working. I'll show you the end shot here soon, but we're gonna go ahead and get this fender liner back up in place, get our wiring routed before we do that so it's nice and clean. And then we're gonna get the grill set back in place, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Give me a second. All right, everybody, we just got the pre-runner grill light kit from Oracle Lighting installed on the Gladiator. It looks awesome, and I'm so glad I got it for this one. Since I had it on my other one, it looked awesome. It looks really good with the new rig. Let's check it out. Everybody, this is a wrap for today. It wasn't a difficult install. It took a little bit of figuring out on my part, but if you have any experience doing electrical work, you should be able to figure it out. I personally recommend using butt connectors. The T-taps did not work for me, so I just ran out and grabbed some butt connectors, and 10 minutes after I got back with the butt connectors, everything was working just fine. So with that being said, I'm really thrilled with the way the Jeep looks now. And so I'm really thrilled that I was able to snag these up and get them for Christmas. So if you want to pick up these lights, head to Oracle Lights website. At checkout, use the code LGOR to get 10% off. That helps this channel, but it helps save a little bit of bucks for you, and it'll make your rig look awesome. So head to their website and check it out. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked it. If you're new to this channel, subscribe if you want. We're trying to get to 500. If you have thoughts, comments, things you would have done differently, please put them in the comments below. And if you just liked this video, please hit that thumbs up button so that other folks could see it too. I really appreciate you tuning in on this one. And again, hope you have a happy new year for 2026. See ya! Let's get inside.